Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey.
Welcome to episode 47 of Bourbon Trail Tales and Tastes. Last week we completed the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. That doesn't mean we're done checking out distilleries. As a matter of fact, this is June 30th of 2023 and we're going back to Log Still Distillery. The first time we went there and we got our stamp on the Bourbon Trail, we were not able to do a tour, but we really lucked out when we decided to participate in the Mint Julep awesome VIP Bardstown Bourbon Collection Tour, which is a 2-day thing. Really fun. And on day 2, we went to Log Still. We finally got the tour. Let's talk a little bit about what that experience was like. That was, I think, our second stop of the day, was it not?
Yes.
It was really cool because they drove us around everywhere. We had folks on the bus. We'd already done 3 distilleries the day before, so we're doing 3 more on the second day. And of course, it was all about getting the Bardstown collection.
Yep.
But we were excited because every stop had some sort of special experience. This one, we got to do the tour. And as I recall, the tour guide's name was Emily.
I believe so.
Took us into the distillery and we finally got to go in there. Do you remember much about the distillery tour?
It's just, of course,
standard.
It's the same old. This is a newer one, so there really wasn't anything like a oak stave type thing or whatever. It's fairly modern.
Modern, yeah. I was going to say it's modern. So we went through all of that, which was great. She walked us through, of course, how they do things. And they didn't have any rick houses that we went into, as I recall. But they had some barrels here and there. But we mostly looked at their production lines, went upstairs, and we were able to look down at the column still and how they do things. But then the big part of it was, on this entire trip, was the Bardstown collection. There were 6 distilleries involved, and they each had a special release for that year. So when we finished the tour, instead of going to a regular tasting room, since this was a special occasion, we actually went into their event center. And they had it laid out just beautifully. They had tables all the way down the hallway. The event center was fairly new at that point in time. They had it all set up for us. They had a lovely place setting, some information about the bottle, and as I recall, a very small pour.
They filled it, I believe, with an eyedropper. And it was like this much. And I just remember I wanted to drink it all together because it was too little to go by itself. It was very small.
It was interesting. After that, they served a lovely lunch, which was fantastic. I thought the food was really good. So that kind of made up for the light pour, I would say. And Wally, Lynne, and Charles were all around. So they were able to greet people and sign bottles for us afterward, which is great. Of course, you had an opportunity to buy the bottle. That was one of the things, is that they would hold back stock of the Bardstown Bourbon Collection at these distilleries that were not out for sale. Only people on this VIP tour. So that's how we were able to get the entire collection in 2023.
Yeah,
the only time we've ever done that. So we got our bottles and did that. And then the really cool thing, if you've not been out to Log Still, it is quite the destination from an event perspective. Yes. So they have this event center, which we were just mentioning, where we did the luncheon and had the tasting and the bottle signing. But then they also have an amphitheater. They have concerts there. They actually have what we wish more distilleries do have. And what is that?
They have 3 or 4 houses that are for a bed and breakfast.
Yeah.
That are there. And we've looked into possibly staying out there, but we've never been able to work it out. But I'd love to do it.
Yeah, it'd be fun if you find a concert you're wanting to go to. New Haven, Kentucky isn't super easy to get to, so it'd be nice after a late concert to be able to stay right there. But there is also a train that comes out to Log Still. And originally we were supposed to take the train out there, but the schedule got switched around. So instead, they took us back to town. Instead of taking the Mint Julep bus, we went back on the train. And as we walked up to where the train was boarding, they had what they called adult sippy pouches. Do you remember?
Yes.
It looked like a kid's, lemonade sippy pouch, but they were cocktails. They were very sweet. If you know anything about us, we don't really like sweet cocktails. So we were on the train, and so the train ride was lovely. Did you enjoy that?
I enjoyed the train. It took my mind off the bad cocktail that they had given me. That was Oh,
it was really sweet.
It really honestly needed more liquor in it to balance it out, because it was predominantly like sugar. Real quick though, with Log Still though, if you've not been to the property, it is one of my favorite properties. I love the water tank. that they have there. To my recollection, it may be the only distillery on the trail or anyone we've been to that actually has a gigantic water tower. Maybe Castle and Key, but I don't think theirs is functioning.
Yeah.
This one, I believe, actually does function, if I remember correctly. It's a gorgeous property, and like I said, the concerts that they have out there, it's really cool. It's a really cool layout.
It is. It's great. And so we're excited about revisiting that trip today. I would say that I would highly recommend A, going out to Log Still, and B, Mint Julep is fantastic. So if you just want to sit back and let someone really plan an amazing day for you, it's not inexpensive. I'm going to tell you that. But they do have a wide range of things you can do, but they have some standardized trips that you can do along the Bourbon Trail. They have some things that coincide with the Kentucky Derby and things like that as well. I would give them 5 stars for sure. I think it was a top-notch experience. Log Still, because they're new, they've been sourcing some of their own aged distillate will be coming to maturity and be able to be bottled. So I'm sure they're getting excited about that. The bottle we're going to taste today, we're very excited about because we realized we each got a bottle. That was what you were allowed to do that day. And we checked them both and we had not opened either one of them. So we've had them for 2.5 years and have not opened them. We're getting a fresh pour of this today. I want to share a little bit about what I was able to find out about this particular bottle from Bardstown Collection in 2023. Log Still's Bardstown Collection of 2023 is a Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It was sourced from Barton's 1792 distillery. My understanding it is Barton's High-Rye bourbon mash bill, and that it was aged for 8 years. Once Log Still received the barrels, they did finish it in highly toasted oak barrels. The proof is 117.7, and again, it is part of the 2023 collection. We purchased it on June 30th of 2023 for $199.99 at the Log Still Distillery. We didn't know at the time. They've just recently released the information. It's leaked out a bit that it was from 1792 from Barton. We like things that are from Barton, so I'm hopeful about this. And I didn't realize it was extra finished in a toasted oak. So I like toasted oak finishes, so that's interesting. I have high hopes. I probably shouldn't do that.
I am looking forward to this. It's like I said, we had this much.
Not really enough to get a good taste, but we were buying the entire collection on that trip. That's what we paid for the Mint Julep trip for. So it didn't really matter. We were going to buy everything anyway.
We were. That was actually a trip that she's watching out there. Sarah Evans, our friend, that was the first time we met her. And she was on the trip.
Yes.
Fantastic lady. A great ambassador for the Bardstown area.
Oh, yeah.
So let's take a look.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and check out the nose while the
Good
legs
rim.
are working. You've got a little bit of cherry note on there, which is not surprising if it is Barton.
You can definitely tell it's toasted.
Yeah, it's got that toasty note. I don't normally toast cherries, but it's reminding me of toasted cherries.
I do believe cherry is a good call. Toasted cherries.
I like the nose.
I think the nose is really different on this.
Being Barton, they have a lot of older distillate available, a lot of older aged whiskeys available, I should say. And they are known for having some cherry notes in their barrels. So I think that's why I'm picking that up. But they don't typically, none of their 1792 is toasted that I recall. So this gives it a completely different taste than what you would normally get from any other Barton product, I think.
Very pleasant.
And the legs are forming. They're dripping very nicely. Yeah, they're looking lovely.
Very good legs.
So
Very good legs.
I'm ready to taste it.
I'm ready to taste it too.
So to Log Still and to revisiting the Bardstown Collection of 2023. Cheers.
Cheers. Cherry.
Wow.
My gosh, that's Luxardo cherry.
And this toastiness too. It's not toasty like a marshmallow. Sometimes the toasted bourbons in my mind turn to marshmallow. This is more char goodness, you know, but the cherry and the char is so fascinating together.
It's not often I get that much cherry up front. I mean, literally as it touched my lips, I was beginning to get cherry. And I'm getting like a Luxardo cherry. And then as it gets about halfway into my palate, all of a sudden the toasty part comes up, and it's like toasting this Luxardo cherry. And it's a very unique experience, I think.
I'm starting to get a little bit of cocoa notes on it, and it might just be my mind playing tricks with me, because it's making me feel like I'm having a cherry s'more. And so it's like a chocolate cherry s'more. I've never done that, so I have no idea what that would taste like. But that's the vibe it's giving me. It's like cocoa, toastiness, roastiness. I'm loving it. It's pretty interesting.
Honestly, it's pretty much what I've described is what I'm getting. This is really a good bottle. If you have it and you haven't opened it yet, I would recommend it. If you have it and you've opened it, I would recommend revisiting it.
If you're like us for special bottles like this, we usually open them quicker. I'm surprised we never opened this one. It was in the closet, because these boxes, they come in these beautiful boxes, but they don't fit well on the shelf. So we might not see it as often. I'm going to try to get this bottle by itself out on the shelf so we remember to drink it now and then.
It has a very interesting finish.
I was getting ready to talk about that.
What do you get on the finish?
I was feeling like first I was going to say it was long.
Yes, I would agree.
I think the char notes, the barrel notes carry through on the finish quite well. What else are you getting?
For me, it's sort of effervescent as it goes toward the back. And there's definitely a black pepper type there for me. And it goes really well with this toastiness. It's screwy to think cherry, then a toasted cherry, and then pepper on it. That doesn't sound like a right combination, but it flows really well going all the way back. And then it's sort of like bubbly.
Yeah, I'm still getting some of the cherry on the finish, which is lovely. It takes on almost a cherry's jubilee kind of a thing, because you think about that being like flambéed, right? So that's where the roasty, toasty nuts coming in. But I'm not quite getting the black pepper. For me, I'm just getting a lot of barrel notes on the end, which I'm not hating, and I'm still getting a little bit of that dark cocoa on the finish as well, which I'm liking a lot.
A little envious of that. I'm not getting the dark cocoa, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's charred. Usually you get that char type of effect. For myself, it usually seems to either go toward coffee or cocoa, or it goes to a dark chocolate.
So do you like it?
Yeah, I really do. I'm glad we have a second bottle of it. I don't know how long it'll be, because we have a few things to catch up on before we return to it, but I would certainly buy this bottle again. I would also buy this flavor profile style again. Very unique and very surprising. I really had no expectations. Very good. Yeah,
I think it's great. And again, I would recommend the bottle if you can find it. Because every now and then you'll go somewhere and they'll have one of these boxes like on a back shelf somewhere that didn't get sold, or they found it in a case in the back room and then they put it out. We've had that happen. For 2024, we did not go to Bardstown that week and try to wait in the lines for it, nor did we do the Mint Julep tour. But we still managed to get, I think, 3 bottles from 2024 as we went to various distilleries and visited. They just had a little box tucked away here and there.
We got Limestone Branch, because that was one that originally wasn't with the collect. And then the one that was most pleasant, and it was a real banger, was Preservations. And the last time we were there, which was actually during the Kentucky Bourbon Fest, they still had bottles of that release
from 2024.
And if you go there, ask for it. It is outstanding. And if they offer to sell you one, buy it. It's great.
Yeah, we also got Bardstown. Bardstown Bourbon Company. So I think that's the 3 we got. So anyway, I highly recommend this bottle. I believe in 2026, they're going to do the Bardstown collection again. So put that on your calendar. It's usually in June that they're planning to do this. You can probably go check with the Bourbon Guild, which is what runs that in Bardstown. And Mint Julep. I would definitely recommend that, as well as and going to Log Still. Yes. And check out their concert schedule. If you're not a big, huge bourbon person, but you probably would be watching our channel if that's the case, or maybe your significant other is not a bourbon person, but they'd like to go to a concert, maybe you can both be happy.
Yeah, and also take an opportunity to go out for a bed and breakfast, because the area it's in, it's really quiet.
It's beautiful.
A smaller town. It would really be nice on a clear night to walk outside on the little patios they have on these houses and see the stars. And it's fantastic.
And I do think for the concert series that they bring the train in from Bardstown and you can take the train back. So you don't have to drive out there for the concerts.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
So raise our glass to the Dant boys out there, the Log Still. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to a great release. If you like what we do, hit the subscribe button and feel free to join us on Patreon, as we've started a new account and we'll be adding more things to it in the future. today, if you have some Log Still, if you have this bottle, definitely crack it. It's worth it. Cheers.
Cheers.